Hey, what is up guys, Zek here, and welcome back to another video. So I've been getting a lot of questions about the skateboard decks that hang in the background of all my videos. And what a lot of people don't know is that that's actually just a fraction of some of the cool, rare skateboard decks I've collected over the years. So today we're going to be looking at all of the rare skateboard decks in my collection, how much I had to pay for some of them, and the stories behind some of the best ones. So let's start with some of the decks I got for free from game studios. So this is the first deck I have. It is a Skater XL board. This was sent to me by Easy Day Studios when Skater XL first came out a few years ago. As you can see, it is signed by some of the team members, and it says, John, thanks for the support. But yes, I was lucky enough to get this one for free. Now this next one is the first skateboard deck I actually got from EA. This was sent to me by the Full Circle team for my involvement in the next Skate game. Some of you may call it Skate 4, but some of us call it Skate Dot or Skate Period. But yeah, I really like this deck, and one of the coolest parts is it's actually numbered. So as you can see on the inside of the deck, this is number 7 out of only 500 made, which is pretty cool. And if you cover this up, it almost looks like it's number 1 out of 500. Unfortunately, it is not. But once again, I'm very grateful to have gotten this deck for free. Now this is the second deck that I got for my involvement on the next Skate game. This one is pretty cool. Definitely a different color scheme than the first one. I'm not sure how many of these were made. Once again, we have the Full Circle logo. It says limited edition from 2022. But I think between the two Skate 4 decks, this one is probably my favorite. This one's pretty cool. Now this is the last deck in my collection that I got for free. It is a signed Sora Shirai blind skateboard. And the only reason I got it for free is because it was a Christmas present from my dad. As you can see there on the top, signed by Sora Shirai. It looks awesome. The autograph actually fits perfectly onto the deck. Kind of blends in with those tree branches up there. I think this deck looks super cool. It's like a little samurai. But yeah, this is the last deck that I actually got for free. So now let's move into the boards I've collected that I've had to pay for, starting with the least expensive up to the most expensive. The most expensive one was really expensive. So this is a Chris Jocelyn signed Do a Kickflip board from the Barrack series Do a Kickflip. This one cost me $95, but for those of you ZexyZek's historians out there, you may remember my first skateboard deck ever was sent to me by Plan B, and it was a pretty cool Chris Jocelyn board. That was probably like 4 years ago now. So once I saw this signed Chris Jocelyn deck, I knew I had to get it. The autograph is fading up there a little bit, but that's okay. I still really like this deck. And I think this is a good collectible board. Do a kickflip. Now this deck I got for an absolute bargain of a price. This is probably one of my favorite skateboard decks. This is, of course, the blue Coach Frank stereo skateboard deck. Of course, Jason Lee plays Coach Frank in Skate 3, for those of you who don't know. And believe it or not, I got this deck for $140, which is a really good deal for these old Skate 3 collectible decks. It is by far the least expensive Skate 3 deck I've ever purchased. All right, now we're getting into some of the more expensive decks. This is an original EA Skate 1 promo deck. This one is really clean. It sports the original kind of logo or stylization of the Skate franchise. And I got this one for $200, which is funny because it was originally listed on eBay for $2,000. I offered $200 and they accepted. Another cool thing about this deck is that it's actually numbered like my Skate 4 deck, and you can see this is number 427 out of 500 made. So there we go, $200 for this original Skate 1 deck. I think this one is super clean, and I really like the orange. So this is actually another autographed board. This is a Do a Kickflip board signed by Jack Black. So Jack Black was on an episode of the Barrack's Do a Kickflip, and they sold these promo boards in the store. And I got this one for about $215, but it is signed by Jack Black, and I think that's pretty awesome. Who doesn't love Jack Black? So yes, this one was well worth the $215. Oh boy, these two are really cool. We'll start with this one. This one is a PAX East 2010 Skate 3 board. I don't know how many of these were made, but it was really hard to get my hands on this one. The artwork on this one is insane. There's like robots and aliens attacking the city, and they were given away at PAX East 2010 back when the game came out. Got the Skate 3 logo up on the side of the building there with some really cool artwork. You also have some like robot eyeballs running through the streets. And of course, the PAX East logo up there. And this is one of the more expensive decks I've collected. I spent $375 on this deck. But it's an absolute mint condition, and this was a board I just had to have. It's a great piece of Skate 3 history. Now this rare Skate 3 deck, I actually don't know the story behind. But this is definitely one of the more striking collectible Skate 3 decks I have. It's the giant shark that you can find outside of Hartley Stadium, but it's actually a real shark, and he is attacking the skaters as they skate down the road. Looks like the road has turned into a giant wave. You can see the guy falling off the road there, other people skating down the road. This is just a great deck. There's even a car flying up and out of the road there. But once again, this one was $375. And of course, we got the nice Skate 3 logo down there. If anybody knows the backstory to this deck, please let me know, because I don't think this one was given away at PAX East. Maybe it was. It doesn't have the PAX East logo anywhere. But yeah, if anyone knows the story behind this, there's no brand on it or anything. I would love to know the backstory to this deck, because this one is one of my favorites for sure. But all right, we're down to our final 2 decks, and these are the most expensive in my collection. All right, this deck always makes me laugh. It is a blend of Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville from the Jackass series. They call it Johnny O. It's like a combination of their two faces, and it is actually signed by both of them. So at the top we have the Johnny Knoxville autograph, and on the bottom we have Steve-O's autograph, which has a very unique feature at the bottom, if you want to call it that. I'm pretty sure that's how he signs everything, but it is pretty funny. And yes, this deck was $400, my second most expensive skateboard deck in my entire collection. But this one's awesome. I really do like this one. And the fact that it's signed by both of them, I think that's pretty good for $400. But all right, let's move into our final deck. This is the most expensive deck I own, and you could look at it forever. There's so much stuff on it. All right, here is the reveal. This is another Skate 3 PAX East 2010 board, but this one is absolutely jam-packed with stuff. I believe the backstory is that these were given away at a Hall of Meat competition that they held at PAX East. There's actually a spot on the bottom for you to draw your own face in. I haven't done that yet. Should I do that? That would be kind of funny. I actually have a message from Cuz Perry, who's one of the lead studio members on all of the skate games. He says, we made those for the first East Coast PAX in Boston. We gave them out for people beating the Hall of Meat challenges we were showing. We had one set up for people to actually try the skating too. And the detail on this board is crazy, guys. You can see it starts all the way at the top of PAX East and the skater goes all the way down through it. The art is just amazing. There's so many details. I mean, you could look at this forever, and he goes all the way down the final stair set all the way to the bottom, and that's where you're supposed to put your face in. And for me to get this board, it cost me $665, making it by far my most expensive skateboard deck to date. But yeah, this is a crazy cool collectible deck, so I think it was worth it. Well, there you go, guys. That is my full rare skateboard deck collection as of January 2023. Please let me know down in the comments, which one is your favorite? Which one do you like the best? And if you know any of the stories to any of these decks, please let me know as well. But all right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up. And as always, stay Zexy. See you guys.